afternoon. Welcome to the Next Gen Home Connectivity Media Conference. My name is Vince Velasco. It's an honor and pleasure to be your host today. So please, before anything else, wind me up the energy a bit. Of course, give yourselves a round of applause. I know a lot of you came from traffic. We're going to experience a lot of firsts today, so you want to make sure that your energy is up. We're in anticipation of what's to come. Now, it's great to see, of course, some of the new faces as well, some of the most respected faces in the industry, as well as some friends as well today. So we are going to take a deep dive into new technologies as we speak. So, as a lot of you know, with the growing demand for affordable, fast, and unlimited internet connection, our next-gen home connectivity truly stands out. Especially when it comes to, of course, smaller devices, whether it's a wearable or a smart home gadget, as a lot of us have today. So whether you are a content creator, whether you are a businesswoman, whether, of course, you're into tech, a gamer, streamer, so on and so forth, this is definitely for you. Now, our product highlight for today, of course, is the DITO Home WOWFi. And yes, that's how it sounds, WOWFi, and with good reason, which we are officially launching today, which truly provides a life-changing home internet experience, offering reliable speed and higher convenience, making it easier to stay connected, especially at home. And trust me, today we're going to hear from some people who work very well and successfully from home as well. So we'll dive deeper into the exciting development shortly. But of course, as we talked about those who came today, as we begin our program, let's of course acknowledge some of our distinguished guests and VIPs today. So please give them a round of applause, and if wherever you are, wave as I call you. We have, of course, our DITO Chief Revenue Officer, Consumer Business. Where is Miss Evelyn Jimenez? Over here, yes. You'll hear from her very shortly, of course. And of course, aside from that, we have none other than DITO Chief Technology Officer, very decorated individual, retired Major General Rodolfo Santiago. Round of applause, please. Now, of course, speaking of technology, we have our partners from Huawei Technologies who are here. So I'm going to run through some of your names if you're present. Please, of course, acknowledge yourselves. We have Leon Guo Alewang. If you are here, please raise your hand. Thank you so much, sir, of course. We have Michael Chen Ryan as well. Somewhere here in the crowd there. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'm saying your names correctly, of course. We have Meng Arthur Zhang. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. Now, we want to thank and honor all of you because you're making this day of firsts truly remarkable. You put all of this together. And of course, you're not just here to hear from me, but why don't we have this formal welcoming right now? So to welcome us all, of course, and share an overview about today's event, it is my honor and privilege, of course, to introduce our Chief Revenue Officer for Consumer Business, Miss Evelyn Jimenez.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. I apologize, my voice is like this. Okay, media friends, tech, telco, lifestyle and business, bloggers, digital influencers, partners from Huawei, and DITO attendees, a pleasant afternoon to all of you. Every few years, digital innovations come along that change the way we live. Our homes can now be enhanced at the speed of light. Home appliances are equipped with the latest smart features and the fast technology. These advancements transform the way we live, pushing us to veer away from old habits and make meaningful upgrades. And as we embrace this digital transformation, we come in as a young telco to help empower Filipinos as they usher their way in this new era of digital innovations. Today, we're very honored and excited to share with all of you our new life-changing home internet solution that we recently launched, and it's called DITO Home WOWFi. DITO Home WOWFi, the first RedCap WiFi in the world for home usage powered by our true 5G technology. So later, our CTO will talk more about that. What is true 5G and what's RedCap versus SA or non-SA. This pioneering product is made possible through our strategic partnership with Huawei Technologies. Thank you so much, guys. A global leader in 5G deployment. Together, we are dedicated to transforming the connectivity landscape, empowering Filipino households, and enriching their lives powered by our true 5G network. As you know, last year, we launched our first unlimited 5G broadband in the market. I hope you guys remember that. We promised and committed up to 500 Mbps of home internet speeds. And we aim to offer Filipino households inclusive, high-speed connectivity with no limits. With your immense support, we've successfully amassed over 100,000 subscribers and counting. This year, we're launching DITO Home WOWFi and this emerging technology to offer another option for Filipino households aspiring for fast and unlimited home Wi-Fi at a very affordable cost. Our goal remains to be the same. We want to make 5G more accessible to everyone, especially in underserved areas, by providing the right balance of 5G capabilities. What we see from our data is we still have more than 6 million households in the Philippines who don't have connectivity in their house. So definitely this product is for them. Again, this is not just another option. It's a bridge to a brighter future for Filipino households, offering greater reliability and convenience, thanks to its wireless advantage over traditional wired or fiber connection. DITO Home WOWFi empowers families to embrace the digital age, helping them connect, learn, and grow without barriers. Indeed, we can truly power the future of digital homes in the Philippines. Together, let us embrace the power of connectivity and pave the way for a brighter future for everyone. Thank you so much again, and please enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you, Ms. F. Of course, truly in the next part, of course, I just want to see, you don't have to cheer or shout, you can just raise your hand. Who here likes evolution in technology? Evolution in technology, yes, yes, yes. Yes, I know you do. I know you do. We see it all the time. So, of course, that is why we are also here today. So, of course, thank you for your insightful remarks, Ms. F. We're one with you, of course, with how we eagerly look forward to these developments as well. And we are thoroughly committed to this revolutionary cause. Now, as we transition to discuss more about the recent milestones, as Ms. F just said, we'd like to welcome our next speaker. He's a very decorated individual. Our Chief Technology Officer, retired Major General Rodolfo Santiago.
Akala ko, sasabihin mo, the next Gen Boy. Good day, everyone. Before I will greet our friends, may I immediately correct our Chief Revenue Officer for Consumer, EJ, when she said that I will be the one to explain the technology. I will not. They, our distinguished panelists, experts, will be the one to discuss the technology involved in the product that we're launching today. So, friends from media, partners from media, sabi nga kanina ni EJ, telco, techco, lifestyle, bloggers, influencers, our partners for technology Huawei, my DITO teammates, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. It's a pleasure to be here today as we introduce another milestone in DITO Telecommunity's commitment to bringing the future of connectivity to every Filipino home. At DITO, we believe in delivering the best possible service at a price that works for our consumers. From the very start, our media friends know this. No? We wanted better service, better products, at more affordable price points. We're excited to share how RedCap technology is revolutionizing the landscape of home connectivity in the Philippines. So, bakit dito? Bakit RedCap? Siguro ang pinakamagandang pwede kong maikumpara, no? Maglilipat ka ng something, equipment or whatever na kailangan ng sasakyan. Pwedeng gumamit ng truck, pwedeng gumamit ng pickup, pwedeng gumamit ng tricycle or kotse. Pero sa pagpili kung anong gagamitin mong platform, siyempre ang tinitignan mo, ano yung pangangailangan mong bubuhatin or ita-transport. Eh kung kaya naman ng pick-up, bakit ka mag-aalkila ng truck? Ganito namin tinitignan yung RedCap. Bakit kami pupunta at magbibigay ng isang produkto na providing the whole capabilities of a 5G technology when our customers, our clients, our home connectivity will only need a portion of that 5G technology capabilities. And by doing that, we drastically reduce the cost, not only of the equipment, but also the service. This breakthrough technology enables us to harness the power of 5G at significantly lower cost. RedCap, sometimes you will say, kung malaman nyo ano ibig sabihin ng RedCap, it's reduced capacity. Minsan, sasabihin natin, negative yun. Bakit nyo ni-reduce yung capacity? Yun lang yung kailangan talaga para maibawas natin yung cost ng service. That really allows us to offer 5G performance while managing cost more efficiently. In fact, with our partner Huawei, DITO's deployment of RedCap is one of the first, but the largest implementation of the RedCap technology. And it's here in the Philippines. This creates a huge opportunity for us to deliver a solution that meets the connectivity needs of homes at cost slightly higher than 4G. Yung kinumpara ko kanina, hindi naman kasi sa tricycle talaga yung bubuhatin mo. No? Kaya hindi pwedeng tricycle yung aarkilahin mo. Kailangan talaga pick up. Yun yung RedCap. Nandun siya sa tamang-tamang positioning so that hindi naman siya masyadong maliit, hindi siya masyadong malaki, kundi nandun siya sa tama na angkop sa pangangailangan ng aming mga subscribers. Important to mention at this point that DITO was given an Open Signal Global Awards for 5G availability and download speed. At ito yung nandun sa back-end ng RedCap. Ito pa rin yung ibibigay sa inyo. The leadership in 5G availability and download speed, which no other operator in the Philippines has been recognized at this level so far. As with any other technology, there are always pros and cons. And I hope that for those that would like to be clarified on these pros and cons and the technology of RedCap and 5G, I'm hoping and I know that our panel of experts would be more than willing and capable to address your questions later. We're confident that RedCap will reshape how homes access the internet. providing an affordable, reliable, and high-performance alternative to existing technologies. Thank you for your time and trust in DITO. Together, we are building the future of connectivity in the Philippines. Thank you very much.
Technology. Now, of course, we're going to hear from so many panelists and experts, and we're going to take a deeper dive into that right now. So to know more about this technology, we invited a tech expert who can share a few insights on our keynote speaker today, rather. We'll definitely touch on this today. And it is honestly an honor and privilege to introduce him. He is a friend to many of you, and he is, if I may say so, a pillar in the tech industry as well. Our first keynote speaker is the founder of the largest and the longest running technology site in the Philippines. He is also a graduate of the Ateneo de Manila University with a degree in chemistry and computer engineering. Please all warmly welcome editor and founder of Yucatec, Mr. Abe Olandres.
Good afternoon, Rick. Thank you for having me. Thank you, DITO, for having me and allowing me to explain what 5G RedCap is. So, when we talk about 5G, a few things come to mind, ano? First, of course, remember nung nag-transition tayo from 4G to 5G, the promise of 5G is ultra-fast mobile internet. And this is what we saw. From the shift from 4G to 5G, dati around 10 to 40 Mbps. I remember around 48 Mbps yung promised sa 4G LTE advanced. And then now we have 5G and normal na yung 500 Mbps. So in theory, 5G does not only provide us with faster speeds, but also higher capacity. What does that mean? Dati, maybe in a single cellular site, there are around 100 people that can connect to the 4G network. But with 5G, it could be in the multiples of hundreds or even thousands. So yun yung difference. 4G or 5G is 100 times more capable of driving traffic and providing a better network efficiency. In the past kasi, devices that rely on 4G LTE networks need to transition to 5G. Some really basic IoT devices, whether it's smartphones, smartwatches, CCTVs, webcams, and all of that. And the problem there is 5G was, admittedly, when it started out, it was very, very expensive, right? Even the CPEs, the 5G routers were like more than 10,000 pesos to get that one. So it was very cost prohibitive. But there is still a need to transition from 4G to 5G. And RedCap addresses all that. What does that mean? 5G RedCap, or na-mention kanina ng Major General, means reduced capacity or RedCap. And how does it came about? 5G has actually three pillars, but later on I will explain to you kung bakit nagkaroon ng opportunity or gap that natap ni DITO. Actually, when they were talking about the first device that uses 5G RedCap, I remember a few years ago, I think kami ni Sir Art had a trip to Shenzhen, actually to the Huawei Innovation Lab, and I saw a lot of 5G CPEs there. And I think this is one of them na nakita natin, ano? So, there are actually three pillars in the 5G technology. The first one is the one that all of us are really familiar about. It's called, technical term niya is enhanced mobile broadband. This is where yung mga 5G phones nyo, sisiw na lang yung 500 Mbps, 800 Mbps, di ba? Dati nalalang tayo sa Southeast Asia, ngayon, normal na yung 200 to 500 Mbps. And this is what we regular consumers are very familiar. Every time we fire up Ookla, and then we get that cheer na, oh, may mabilis yung internet speed ng mobile phone natin. The second pillar is has a technical term na URLLC, or ultra reliable low latency communication, which is heavily used for mission critical functions such as autonomous vehicles. We saw this demonstration actually in the Huawei Innovation Labs. in Shenzhen, China, wherein a lot of the autonomous vehicles are being driven remotely by 5G networks lang within a city. So it could be used for transportation. Na hindi na kailangan, no, in the future, the mga EVs nyo and autonomous vehicles can be driven through 5G networks. Why? Because with the low latency, you're able to get a response from the network, from the device to the network, or the car to the network, up to 1 millisecond. And that 1 millisecond is very critical because, of course, the car or the vehicle is driving on public roads, right? So yun yung importance ng second pillar of the 5G technology. The third pillar is the one that we rarely see, but actually we also encounter this in some industries. Uses low power for wide area deployments. I think the example that was shown to us when we visited China before was like a mining company can put up a ad hoc 5G network in the middle of nowhere. And merong 5G network doon, and all of the machines, all of the crushers, bulldozers, lahat, no, are being remotely controlled by this low-power 5G network. At the same time, I was also surprised that in a lot of the major ports, the international major ports, pag may nakikita kayong malaking container crane that picks up all of the container cargoes from the big ships back to the port, yung pabalik-balik na gano'n. In the old days, there were actually drivers. There were operators that climbed up to those towers to operate, to kumbaga, load and unload the containers. Now with 5G, with that technology, all those operators are hosted remotely na. Hindi na kailangan umakyat doon sa crane tower para i-operate yung machine because 5G technology allows them to have high precision operation of those devices. So, with these three, we now understand that ito talaga yung promise ni 5G when it came about. Where does 5G sit? No? So 5G RedCap sits in between all of these three pillars. Somewhere in the middle, in order to accommodate other use cases na hindi naman, katulad sa kanina sabi ni General na hindi naman talaga kailangan, sobra-sobra. Oo. That's why extremes tong mga features na to ng 5G. So RedCap allows other case uses that does not need very high-speed internet, that does not need ultra low latency response. So, ano yung mga gumagamit nito? Ang maisip ko na mga number one na gumagamit nito, I think, na very familiar sa inyo would be our smartwatches. I'm sure some of you have seen or heard or used smartwatches ni Huawei and ni Samsung that has built-in eSIM and 5G powered na yan. And those, prior to the 5G powered smartphones, the connectivity of your smartphone goes through your, the connectivity of your smartwatches goes through the smartphone. But now, because may 5G eSIM na doon, directly na gumagamit ng mobile internet yung smartwatches nyo. Other examples may include video surveillance because hindi naman kailangan sobrang bilis yung internet or speed na kailangan ng mga devices. I think 5G RedCap is somewhere between, maximum siguro niya is 150 Mbps for download and an upload of, I think, 50 Mbps. So I guess that's why ang average commitment ni DITO for the WOWFi is 100 Mbps. Just somewhere in the middle now. So I've also seen this kind of technology being used in large factories wherein all the machines, all the line machines that assemble phones or assemble gadgets, they're all interconnected by 5G. Una nga naisip namin, bakit hindi Wi-Fi? Kasi mas ad hoc si 5G, ang bilis niyang i-deploy. And it allows machines to communicate with each other within a factory building or across several buildings in a factory complex. So, we're starting to see a couple of smartwatches na may 5G network. Samsung, ganon, and Huawei come to mind. Because of this requirement, hindi naman very complicated. And that's why 5G RedCap is the ideal technology. It offers yung required features ng IoT devices, but it's not very expensive in terms of power, in terms of data, and overall in terms of cost. So this provides a less expensive transition for devices or IoTs to move to 5G from 4G. Likewise, the cost of connectivity will be more affordable compared to highly demanding capabilities of 5G. And that's why between the first generation of the DITO WiFi, which promises 500 Mbps, that uses the high-speed network. And then, itong WOWFi uses the RedCap network, kumbaga. So it taps into a frequency or a network wherein wala pang gumagamit. Sayang yung network na to, yung frequency na to. So it's a good idea because I remember we did the review of the DITO WiFi 500 Mbps, and we looked around within a kilometer, you will get the 500 Mbps. And as you move away from a cell tower, the speed reduces. So the RedCap technology allows all these Wi-Fi routers to be operated at their promised speed, maybe way further, maybe 3 or 5 kilometers away from the tower, depending on the configuration of the the network. On the contrary, it perfectly fits the need for specific case uses. Katulad ganito ng WOWFi. There are other adoptions that we can think of in the future wherein specific devices or specific appliances will have the direct use of the 5G network. Sorry. We'll see more case uses, more of IoT or devices that will take advantage of 5G RedCap. Because there's a huge gap, and that gap needs filling. And I don't see any reason why 5G RedCap cannot address them. I hope I gave you a really simple explanation of how 5G RedCap fits into the whole picture. Thank you and good afternoon.
Of course, thank you so much, class. Very, very entertaining. But all kidding aside, of course, thank you so much for the insightful and informative presentation, Abe. We'll hear from you a little bit later when we have more of a chat. So it's really exciting to see the advancements in technology, especially now that we are here, and it's the first ever in the country, and we're going to touch more on that as we go about this afternoon. So as we move on with our program, we do have one thing that begs the question. How can a RedCap technology benefit Filipino households? Because we've spoken about the use of smaller devices, we've spoken about watches, we've spoken about phones, but what about an actual household? So here to help clarify, of course, and explain how RedCap technology will thrive in Filipino households, let's all welcome the Chief Technology Editor and Information and Communications Technology Head of the Manila Bulletin and one of the country's go-to technology-related issues experts, Mr. Art Samaniego Jr.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will talk about, na-explain ni Abe kanina. So I'll add some points to this one. So ito yung topic ko. Okay, next, please. Oh, that's me. So I'm the Information Communication and Communications Technology Head of Manila Bulletin, and I'm the co-founder of ScamWatch Pilipinas. So I'm an IBM certified cybersecurity analyst. Ito, Google Certified Cybersecurity Analyst, IT support professional, and I took up computer communication at University of Colorado and some other universities like Michigan. I also took courses at the Department of Homeland Security, wherein we learn about industrial control systems. Ito yung mga critical infrastructures. We learn how to protect the power system, the power grid, the dams, and the like. Very interesting. But anyway, this is not about me, but about DITO. So, next slide, please. So, ano yung RedCap? So, we're very familiar with 5G. Pero yung RedCap bago, so it stands for, well, discuss na kanina, reduced capability. So, when the 3GPP, yung gumagawa ng mga policies sa telecommunication, is the 3G partnership project. Meron silang, gathering. They recognize na hindi lahat ng device kailangan ng full 5G speed. So what are these devices? Smartwatches, IoT devices. Next slide, please. Here, better connectivity and latency. Pag sinabi mong latency, laging nababanggit yung latency, it is the travel of data from point A to point B and back. That's called latency. So what's the latency? Latency na measure yan in millisecond. So, ang 1 millisecond is like, kumulap ka, you blink your eye. You can put 400 millisecond there. Ganun siya kabilis. And not all devices need that speed. For example, yung smartwatch mo. The cameras. They all just need what? Less than, kung sa speed pag-usapan natin, less than 1 Mbps yung kailangan yung speed. So masasayang yung additional speed mo if you will put the full power of 5G in that device. Kaya nila naisip na gumawa ng bagong standard, which is the RedCap or reduced capability. You are not reducing the capability of the 5G technology, pero dahil hindi kailangan ng device mo, kaya i-reduce nila. Next. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, sa home network mo, sa household mo, mas marami kang makokonect na device. So, hindi na madidecongest hindi na mabubulunan yung network mo because of RedCap-enabled technology na i-introduce sa atin ng DITO. So it's critical for household with high traffic and multiple devices. So sa bahay nyo, ang dami nakakonect. So if you will give each one of that full 5G capabilities, mag-decongest yung network mo. Because of this, RedCap technology, mas madami ka ng device, up to 40, I think, na nasabi kanina, up to 40 devices makokonect mo. And of course, you will have faster, uninterrupted internet device. Next slide. Okay. So, ang isa sa mga benefits nito is it's a game changer because of the smart home innovation. So, when you're talking about improved connectivity for smart devices, ito yung thermostat mo sa bahay. So because of RedCap, magkakaroon siya ng sarili niyang ng connection na hindi naman niya kailangan mabilis na network. So isa yun sa mga benefits niya. So yung your home security systems will be much faster when you receive the alerts. Again, we're talking about reduced latency. Next. So, remote work, reliable yung internet connection mo because wala nang interruption. So, yun yung advantage ng RedCap. So, it will benefit, of course, the students and the professionals at home. So, your household will be mas mabilis na yung connection. Next. This one, your families using health monitoring wearables can benefit from RedCap. Okay, this one. Next slide. So ito yung good news ngayon. DITO is investing in 5G and RedCap infrastructure across the Philippines. And yun nga para ma-offer sa atin a much faster connection. So, meron mo bang kasunod na slide? So, wala na. So, in summary, the RedCap, the 5G RedCap technology opens up incredible opportunities for Filipino households. So from enhancing the speed of your smart home, automation of your smart home, the reliable connection for work and education, and improve performance lalo na sa mga wearables. RedCap truly brings the future into our homes. It presents a smarter, safer, and more efficient way of living, bridging the gap between cutting-edge technology and practical everyday benefits. So, ayun, DITO is actively working to bring these benefits to Filipino households. Thank you very much.
Round of applause, of course, is our